Hello. Are you okay? Hello. You're beautiful. That is beautiful. Hello. Wow, you're beautiful. Well, that's into a really good day. We're on day one of the Grahamstown Arts Festival 2016. Would really recommend either coming this year, because there's still 10 more days left, or make a plan for the next. You need to make sure that you've got a place to stay. Usually Grahamstown gets fully booked about 6 months ahead of time. So I'd book for next year already today. Otherwise, yeah, it's amazing to get there. We're actually staying in Port Alfred in a lovely home of one of our close family friends. So thanks to you, you know exactly who you are. We've really enjoyed your place so far, and the view is stunning. We'll check a video a bit later about that. All in all, it's been a good day. I think there's a lot that happened today. I'll just get a bit caught up in some of the details, but thanks for watching, and thanks for being able to be inspired. That's the kind of market of people I'd love to be reaching with this video. Yeah, it's very important to have things that we can aspire to. And like I say every single time, like this ceiling here is pretty. See a little bit about it. It's got these amazing cornices. The cornices are probably they're the size of, wow, they're like this big, even bigger, like that big. They're a whole octave, and luckily I play piano, so I've got a whole octave of keys on the piano. Can you believe this? Anyway, that's the cornice. So it's got a really pretty view. But at the end of it, if I literally go out on the balcony, which I'll do tomorrow morning, I'll show you how amazingly high the sky is. I'd like you to take a fresh perspective on that. Get to the grips of what you can reach, as the sky is your limit. There should be no other limits. Remember though that flying too close to the stratosphere, sometimes you get a bit burnt. Like driving down here, I would never have driven down in third gear. Had to choose to go to fifth gear. But when I got 2 hills to go up and down the hills, I went back to third and didn't forget that. I knew that, especially around those round corners, really rough. Go back to third. But yeah, please do remember that the sky is the limit, and that is your cut in life. You can do anything. So back to Grahamstown today. Day one saw us setting up the final bits and pieces at the Printing Girls in association with Grahamstown. So it's Amy, Lucy and Carmen who are presenting their work this year after several years of not presenting work and not doing exhibitions. So I think it's a huge step for them. We've had a lot of people come through, a couple of sales, lots of interest, lots of love going around. It's very early days, day one being today. So yeah, we can't wait for the masses to come through and just experience another side of art. You've got the surreal paintings like the one behind me. You've got the wooden sculptures like the ones below that painting. You've got the ceramics. Art, music, lifestyle, all goes together, and we need to understand this. It's to make a happier whole. You imagine life without music. I'm sure a lot of people have discussed that. Similarly with the art, we watched a performance this evening, Not the Futurists. It's an amazing piece of work by guys from Europe. I'd highly recommend them. I'll show you a preview of their stuff later. I hope I won't get into trouble. But to wrap up today, so we had our final setup. We had a lot of people we saw. Yesterday I saw Amy saw Mark Lottering walking down the road, and I shouted, "Mark!" but I probably shouted too softly because he didn't hear me. And I said, oh, how cool would it be to meet him? So guess what? Today I get to meet Mark and Anwar, a loving couple who have so much power behind their name. I love what you guys are as a couple. Getting introduced Anwar as the producer, I think there's a lot more that you are to Mark and Mark is to you. And there's a big reason why you know Mark. And I would say it goes back to what your name is. Anwar means beautiful of. So it's like an Anwar jewel, and that's a beautiful jewel. So that's what you bring out in people. And I'd love to spend more and unwrap that with you sometime, knowing that I'm your love child. Well, who gets it better than you? Thanks again, Mark. Also good to meet you. Good to have you come through to the Printing Girls studio. If all of you have missed it, Mark and Anwar came through and had a quiz. So we hope to see you guys as well again at the studio at the Steve Biko building, the room just on the left before you go to the green. Make sure you come right to the back. There are lots of art in there. You don't need to spend 20,000 Rand, 30,000 Rand on art. Go and check this room out. I'm about to buy a piece tomorrow morning for 250 bucks of a meerkat. And I just can't believe it. Like, to me, the frame would cost 250 Rand. Now, you need to understand that art has a price, and it's priceless. It's the experience that will live through what you've just bought. And it's not about the medium. It's not about how it's framed. Please realize that it's about how you perceive it in your space, because you're letting somebody into your space, and that needs to be a person that you really want there. So have a think about that when you're next buying a piece of art. Think about the artist who slaved away at that piece. Blood, sweat, and tears. Just imagine those printing girls printing in their studios. I could go off. Let's get back to day one. So I met up with Mark Lottering, with Anwar McKay, with Mr. Lekoho. Check out his stand-up show, one-man show. Mr. Steve Forrester, I think. Yeah, Steve Forrester, as well as his amazing sidekick. I've forgotten your name, but you're amazing, Mr. Man with crazy crutch. And that's not a crutch in terms of a person, in terms of your leg. I'm not a comedian, but I never will be. I think if you laugh at my stuff, that means because we find the same thing funny. But anyways, back to day one. We ended up doing a lot of work. I did a lot of work. I set up my studio down here for Mobile Moment and did a lot of AFSAF work. So can't wait to see the system grow. But in all that has happened today, my highlight has definitely been the end, where we're in Spa buying our groceries for the second time, just dinner. We'd already been to Pick n Pay. In Pick n Pay, I was saying to Amy, oh my gosh, can't we just go to Checkers? I know I earn more e-bucks. Hey, Ricardo. But I ended up using my credit card, and that's how we earn e-bucks. So if you're questioning why I earn 9,000 e-bucks a month, just review the way that you spend money. I buy electricity, basically pay off my electricity bill and some twice every month. My electricity at home is only 600 bucks in winter and 400 bucks in summer. Anyway, another topic. I keep getting sidetracked at squirrel. But at the end of the day, we went into Spa and we made our purchases, got my fuel done, and the BP was helped by a really amazing gent. I think it's Shiliad. You're amazing, bro. You got my card. But at the end, I met two wonderful ladies, and I do not remember your names yet. But I'll see you tomorrow. And they know my mum. Can't believe it. In Spa, I said to them, no more signatures, please. And they said, for what? And I'm like, don't worry, I'm not famous yet. That's why I built the hashtag famous MVDB and famous VDB. So start hashtagging that. I would love to be famous in a good way. I think fame has obviously got a bad connotation to it, but ultimately fame can be used for good. And it's not about being famous, it's about being driven to have a platform. My platform is people liking and following and sharing, because affecting one person on this video means the world to me. Literally one person. So please don't despise the days of small beginnings. Know that you have the sky as your limit. But those ladies, I can't believe it. So I mentioned to them, after hearing that they had studied pharmacy many years back, I asked them, do you know a lady called Pat Baker? And that's my mom. As unfortunately, she had died 11 years earlier, 2005, on the 1st of the 1st. But the story goes that out of everything, they remember her, and they know that I look like her and I have a bit of a sense of humor like her. So that was incredible to know that in Spa, in Grahamstown, on the 30th of June 2016, I got to meet two people who knew my mom from 40 years ago, 30 years ago. Not that long. But again, ladies, I can't wait to see you guys. Grahamstown has really kicked it up a lot. There's a lot happening down here. And yes, even tonight we saw a shooting star. And I just want to keep dreaming. There's no waking up. I spoke to a good friend of mine the other day, and I said to him, every day is a new day, but at the end of it, my sun does not set. My moon does not rise. Because one day is a day, and a day for every day means I have got so much time to spend with everybody. I just need to be very selective. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, for liking and sharing the videos. Please check out my blog, asiKnew.me, and get a good rundown on why that is called As I Knew. Look at the first video, the introduction video on my YouTube channel, if you have not already. And yeah, comment and share. Guys, I'd like to know what you want to see about my days and my nights. Thank you so much for being a part of my journey, and I look forward to getting to know everyone. All the best. God bless. Ciao.